today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We have the Dow Industrials trading up 500. NASDAQ is up 300. S&P's up 74. Gold contract, you get a major break topside, folks. Broke the downtrend from its highs of August. You're up 43 bucks. 1940. You're going after the highs, folks. You have wide price spread, accelerated volume. Silver up $1.21, $25.11. Light sweet crude flat, $39.09. You get notes and bonds. 10-year note down 3 ticks, 138.28. 30-year off 5 at 174.09. And King Dollar. King Dollar's getting destroyed once again. That's what's moving that metal market big time. Down 761 ticks, 92.641. King Dollar, folks, is going after its lowest swing, which is 91. You break that, and you're going to be at 88. Euro out here trading at where are you, baby? 118. You got the yen at 103.73 and the British pounds at 130 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
This feels like yesterday, man. The markets, they're up in quite...
It's a twin. It is
right?
Twin.
I didn't expect quite the move again today, man, but hey, we'll see what happens.
There's so much happening today, folks. You get the Fed meeting at 2 o'clock. Well, you get the statement at 2 o'clock. It's a one-day meeting.
I think it's 2 days. I think but either way, 2 o'clock, yeah, and on top of everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And then, of course, we got earnings, we got elections, we got all of the bottom line.
Non-farm payrolls tomorrow.
I like it. And now we got our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, if you want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures, outstanding program, every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. You're sitting on our website right now. You want to test drive the Think or Swim platform, outstanding platform. Just hit the banner, bring it up. They'll allow you to trade with paper money. You can follow Kevin and his team every trading day. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting day we have, shaping up here today. I thought yesterday was really interesting because the NASDAQ led really mainly because of bonds and yields and what they did to the financials in the other 3 indices, right? They kind of put a wet blanket on 3 of the 4 indices, but the NASDAQ doesn't have a big exposure to financials.
Yes.
So I thought that's why it was leading. It's nice to see the financials jumping back here today. But, once we get to the Fed meeting today, we'll definitely look towards tomorrow morning's number, right? Biggest data point of the week, non-farm payrolls, unemployment. But we got to get through a Fed meeting. And although there won't be any catastrophic announcement from the Fed, Jerome Powell's press conference always makes a headline here or there. And I'm sure he'll push for stimulus. I'm sure he'll talk about the economy's getting better, but there's risks, right? He'll go through the same theme. But there's always something that he throws in there that the market listens to. So that's what I'm waiting for, guys.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to be intriguing, Kevin. I mean, it's so cool, folks, being in the market in general, particularly at a time like this when you're trying to figure out, okay, what is going to happen in the future. And that note and bond move, I mean, that's saying that, yeah, we might get stimulus, but we might not. And if we do get it, it's going to be skimpy.
Well, I mean, we talked about this morning with Oliver Reddick, and there's one side of the aisle that wants a blank check and throw as much money at this economy as is possible. And then there's the other side of the aisle that thinks this economy is like a plant, and you want to water it and give it sunshine, but if you drown it, you may do more damage than you're trying to do by helping it. So I think that's what will work out. But one thing they agree on, they both want a stimulus package. And now that the election's over, you see that some of that election risk coming out of the market here with the VIX. I expect to get a stimulus package. I think that's what the market is looking at here today.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Cool. I don't have as much faith as you, but that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how do they get to the end game. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, man. Because they started off so far apart. They got close together. Now I'm figuring that it's way apart again. Do you know what I mean? But
right.
The market's loving something. There's no doubt about that. And I think what we talked about yesterday, Kevin, the market loves gridlock. And, you know, listen, I love gridlock, too, because the bottom line is that means nothing can be done too fast, folks. That's the real bottom line, which is a good deal. You know what I mean? So,
not the worst problem in the world. Like, a divided Congress, I think, is critical. More, very possibly, maybe at this time in our lives more than ever.
Yes.
But a divided Congress is, you know, an ideal situation for the trading markets. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And, you know, I mean, it's pretty amazing that in the middle of, you know, basically a pandemic, I mean, you look at Qualcomm's numbers, the bottom line is that, you know, you're up $8 now, and, you know, you're breaking out to highs. I mean, they're just pumping it beyond belief. And, well, it's going up to its highs. But, no, it's breaking out of its highs, yeah. I mean, it's pretty amazing. You know, these tech stocks, the dynamic, it's not that the dynamic has changed. It's that there's no doubt they have been the large winners.
Yes. And, you know, we've covered Qualcomm and Qorvo yesterday and Skyworks. And if you think that these firms aren't going to benefit from 5G, and the fact that, you know, softer iPhone numbers in the past are just pent-up demand with people waiting for the 5G phone, I think you're missing the boat on this.
Yeah.
And Qorvo and Qualcomm and Skyworks, all these companies that service Apple and service, you know, Qorvo is the radio frequency in just about every phone.
Okay.
You know, how could these companies not be doing well? So I think that's where a big, you know, everyone is going to be buying either iPhones, PlayStations, or Xboxes for Christmas. That's what I think the three big winners are going to be.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, that move in Microsoft yesterday was phenomenal. It was like, oh my God. And
yeah, that is a snapback relief. You know, you can name it whatever you want, but that was a big number yesterday.
How about Pelotons, Kevin? Dad, by the way, would love a Peloton for Christmas. There we go. We'll throw it out there. Okay, go ahead. I'm just kidding, totally. But they got earnings coming up, right? What are you guys talking about today, Kevin?
We covered Peloton yesterday. Mike Folio did a really good coverage of Peloton. Today we're covering Square and Roku and Uber.
Ooh,
on today's show. We had to put Peloton yesterday because we have so many big names today.
It's pretty awesome.
We wanted to make sure we got the like Folio treatment on Peloton, so we did it a day early, and then they're doing Roku.
Nice. And how about just as you mentioned, Square rocketing higher, and PayPal. Two of those companies, man, they are just rocketing higher. In the last week, PayPal already had their earnings, but I'll be looking forward. I'll be listening to that Square one, Kevin. Those stocks in particular, some serious volatility.
Yeah, payments, right?
Yeah.
Cash. No one uses cash anymore.
No.
These companies are on the cutting edge of cashless society.
There's no doubt. You know, I heard a person at a restaurant just walking by the other night saying to the other person that they haven't carried cash like 2 years, and it's like, wow, man, that's pretty intense.
That's amazing. But that's it. Yep.
What are they tipping with? That's what I want to know.
I know.
There we go.
Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to speaking to you next Tuesday.
Have a great day, guys.
Stay right there, Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 614, Nasdaq's up 298, S&Ps are up 83, man.
I was just gonna say this is really accelerating, man. We're getting poof. We'll see. It's, keep going. There we go. That's my reaction.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. So let's get over to the gold market. What you're going to see out here, folks, we've been talking about gold, of course. It was coming up to the trend line. We were looking for a break with conviction. And, you're going to take a look at this. And this is what's really cool, what you can get out of this, okay? I want to show you. We were talking about it yesterday. As you're coming up to the trend line, folks, okay, you want to always keep your eye on this, whether it's a downtrend or an uptrend. What most times you see an expansion of volume before the fact. And you can see it yesterday, okay? We were coming up to that trend line. The prior days we had done 177,000, 166,000 contracts. Yesterday you do 294. You're coming right to the trend, and today you're ripping it apart. Gold's going to its all-time highs, folks, okay? This is how you like to break it. And Newmont was the as you'd say, what in poker, Tom, the tell? Right?
Sure.
And
yeah.
Newmont was the tell, folks. Okay, Newmont's the largest gold company in the world. Bottom line, that had ripped apart its downtrend on, 3 days ago, Monday. And then jumped up above it. Newmont's going to its highs. Last night, Barrick, second largest gold company in the world, they come out with their numbers, monster numbers. They upped their dividend. That's up $1.79 right now. So let's see what you got. You got... let's see. But this is the third, this Mark Bristow, man, he's going to get a lot of money back to investors. The world's second largest gold producer spun out $1.3 billion in free cash. Imagine that in 90 days.
It's just amazing, man. And of course, it was a good, gold surged to above 2,000 in the quarter. It was a good quarter. They should have been crushing it, but I think they were, at least as of yesterday, a $50 billion company somewhere about. And they were up almost 7%, man. That's like a market cap wise. You're talking about billions of dollars of market cap added.
There you go. It's $2 billion
52
right there.
now. Yeah.
How's that, right?
Hey,
And-
you want to hear something? Go
Yeah,
ahead. Go ahead. No,
go ahead.
finish. I was going to say, you want to hear something interesting? So I saw a post yesterday, Uber and Lyft, right? Charging higher, of course, on the ballot initiative
Yes.
to allow their employees to be contractors. I saw something about, I think it was Uber, and I'm paraphrasing, folks. The general idea, you're going to get it, though. They spent $200 million, maybe $300 million. I forget whether it was them and Lyft, right? Whether it was maybe all of them combined. But I think Uber spent hundreds of millions of dollars. It makes sense. It's California. It's instrumental to their business.
Sure.
And they gained about $8 billion in market cap yesterday. How about that payout from a risk-reward
Wow.
perspective? Yeah.
Yeah, because when you first said that number, it seems like an astronomical number to basically get something done, but that's nothing when you're a public company. Well, it's nothing when you
Exactly.
put that into your market cap.
Exactly. And the joke was that's capitalism, folks, and it's pretty close. Their market cap right now, what are they looking at? $72 billion right now, that company.
Wow.
So spending a couple $100 million, but to get that reward instantly is pretty
It is.
pretty cool. I happen to agree with it, man. I said to a friend here, throwing in a little politics, right? You have California, biggest state of the union, hugely Democratic. I think they went something like 65-35 for Biden.
Okay.
And in that state, you had this ballot initiative to classify workers as contractors passing, I think, like 60-40. So, it didn't exactly align with, we know our biases out there a bit. And I happen to agree, man. You can't just reclassify everything. And it seems like that's the definition of a contractor to me, too. I want everybody to make a livable wage, I voted for $15 minimum wage in Florida. There's different ways, but you can't just say to a company that seems like they put the rides up for grabs. Any driver wants them. They
Sure.
can drive it if they
Right.
want to. It's pretty simple by the definition. So it's interesting just to see how people are able to disassociate from what, because if you ask people, well, what do Democrats think and what do Republicans think, right? And they say, well, Democrats think they should all be employees because you need a livable wage. It's not exactly the case, folks. Thankfully, that's what you like to see, that it's not a homogeneous deal across the board, man. Just same way in Florida, right, that we had such a big turnout for $15 minimum wage. Meanwhile, I don't know of many people that are, that seems to fall political too most of the time. Meanwhile, a state like Florida that went for President Trump, they liked a $15 minimum wage. So there's some areas for agreements there, man.
We're getting there. I think you can go right back to Henry Ford. The bottom line, folks, Henry Ford, no one was making anything. He gave his employers a real living wage, upped it, and guess what? That changed America. The bottom line is that his quote was that, hey, listen, man, my employees got to make enough money to buy the car. That was the beginning of not only the Industrial Revolution, it was the beginning that when you actually do the numbers and come out, that's how everyone comes up. Because when you look at the country, I know people flip out whether it's California or the Northeast. Well, all these places that have higher numbers, that's where all the money is, too.
Sure.
So there's something behind it, man. Do you know what I mean? You can't just turn around and discount it, okay? So it's out there. There's no doubt about it, man. Let's go over. We get a couple more questions about the gold market. Humana Gold. They're all going, folks. That's the bottom line.
They're all going, folks.
They're all
That's
going. When this happens...
it's a big move in gold, man.
It is a big move.
And it just keeps going. $52 now. It's not stopping. Go ahead, yeah.
And, you take a look at Humana, what you're going to have with Humana. Humana is coming up to its trend line from the highs, okay? It's a little bit higher. Humana, the trend break is $6.05. Right now you're at $5.93. You got to, it's behind, it looks to me like, yeah, you're going to get this break. And we got to go over to the dollar. This is a move with conviction out here today. We don't have volume on the dollar, folks, but you can see you get a huge give up yesterday from the 94 level. You're at 92.712, and you just broken the, let's see. No, we haven't broken it yet, okay? The last swing low out here. My take is that this probably is going to be the move that destroys the low that was associated out here on September 1st, and more than likely we're running down to the 88 level. So that's no doubt a big move. And then, check this out. This is a trip, man. It would make sense, but mortgages just broke the lows again. Okay, here it is right here. So, 30-year mortgage rates, this is the average Freddie Mac said Thursday, going back to 1971, 2.78 is the average. That's pretty intense, man, being the average.
It sure is.
You know, that means it's above and below them. I'm going to call some brokers out here today. I want to see what they're quoting. Because what does happen, folks, is this, is that if you remember the last time when I had Bud Spriggs on, it was like a couple months ago, we had the 10-year almost near lows, but yet the mortgage rates are a little bit higher. And what it is this. When there's so much publicity around and everyone's going to get them at the same time, even when the rates are low and the demand is higher, they don't get down to those 2.78 or 2.80.
Sure,
you know?
right.
So it's really intriguing, man. Dow Industrial's up 600, Nasdaq's up 253, S&Ps are up 78. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates to my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 556. You get the Nasdaq up 245. S&Ps are up 73. And let's see, Tom. We got a tiger that wants to take a look at GRWG. So Let's see what this is. This is Grow Generation. They distribute agricultural products. Company offers plant nutrition, farming, soils, crops. Probably potash, I guess. They're gonna. So the low's 262, the high's 22 in 1 year. That's pretty intense. Well, I can see. Look at these numbers. So this must be a new company. 5 years ago they did 2.2 million. They're doing 47 million this year. Yeah, there's some numbers. There's no doubt about it. And did I just hear Tommy go off the air? I think I did.
No, I'm here.
Oh, good. Okay.
Got me? Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. They supply marijuana companies. There you go.
That's a perfect segue. Let's talk about this one, then let's look at those cannabis stocks.
Yeah.
They are going haywire today. Go ahead.
Totally. And this company here wants to go to its high, 22.88. That's a volume high. You back down with light volume. Yeah, you get action
I
on
was
the
just
way
going
up.
to add, it's $1 billion company, literally right around $1 billion market cap. Always nice to see some serious market capitalization into some of those companies.
Oh, no doubt, man. No doubt.
But yeah, how about these like Canopy, man? I mean, you shot to 22.50 overnight. I mean, we're still up 5% today, but we've given up more than 10% from where we were at the highs of 22.50, and they all kind of had this like crazy run overnight and gave it up. You had Kronos had their earnings this morning. Aurora went from a close yesterday of like $4.50 up to $6.67 overnight before back into $5.16. So there was a little bit of short circuiting going on in this industry overnight, but I don't even know what to make of it. I was scanning for news across the board. I mean, there were some earnings. It's just like the Biden vote is what I see. You know, that doesn't make too much sense, but hey, that's where we are.
Well, you definitely have more states that have legalized it, whether it's medical marijuana. I think New Jersey, I believe, went totally legal now.
Yes.
Which is huge, because that's saying that, guess what? You know, you're not going to be sitting right beside New York and they're going to go over the border and, you know, basically buy bales of pot, man. You know, and when you can get that tax structure right in New York, you know, so I suspect that whole deal is going. The volatility in those will stay for a long period of time, I think. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
that's for sure.
You know, and of course, you know, we've talked about this many times. You know, if you want a more conservative way of trading it, folks, okay, it's Constellation Brands. The more that this keeps happening, the more that, you know, if you get into, you know, a position, you're talking 2 or 3 years, man, that's where it's at. It's a whole different ball game, man. I mean, you get a market cap of $35 billion. You get a dividend sitting there waiting of 1.6%. You know, not that's a lot, but guess what? You're talking about a booze business alone that is still growing at 6%. Their wine and spirit is down. Beer is up. You know, and that's not even, you know, they started out with the pot business, so. Yeah.
And they got a lot of great brands of beer and booze and tequila, Corona, Modelo, just to name a couple of them. They got those Corona seltzers, Modelo we're familiar with, and wines, man. I am not a huge wine fan, but I am a wine drinker, more so whites. But, man, they got Kim Crawford, a huge one, Meiomi, a huge one I know well, Ruffino for champagne, bubbly, so lots of good brands that ain't going away anytime soon, man.
You know what's amazing? Meiomi, folks, okay, if you drink wine at all, it blows my mind that you can go to a restaurant. Meiomi's only $15, and then they'll charge you like $10 at a restaurant for a glass of Meiomi. It's just really funny.
I thought you were going to say a $10 increase on the bottle. I was like, what? No,
no,
$10.
It just cracks me up, man. That, I mean, restaurants got to love it. They got to love it because there's something would happen with that brand years ago, evidently, that people will pay $10 for a glass when the bottle's only 15.
Brand. It is. They have some good brands, man, and that's only a couple. They got so many in here, folks, to check it out. I just Googled Constellation. They got it on their website. But, you know, I was having a discussion with a friend a couple weeks ago talking about restaurants, just restaurants in general, not the big chains or anything, because they can survive. You know, a lot of them trying to do takeout, maybe Uber Eats, maybe opening that up. But, man, you think about the amount of restaurants, right, that rely on people sitting down and drinking. Sounds like, but just period. Just the example you laid out, man. A lot of people doing takeout, and you just take out I mean, you could almost break even on food if you do enough booze and be very well off for the margins sometimes you can pull, man. If if things are the atmosphere is correct, where people are drinking a lot. I don't, whatever it is.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the booze margins, we all know, are just astronomical, man. How about a beer? How about a beer coming out of a keg? Man, you get like 300 beers out of a keg. Keg can cost you like $30 or $40, and you buy a nice 16-ounce pint, and what are you paying? $4, $5, $6 for a pint when you're out at a nice restaurant or something.
Yeah.
Easy for a beer, right? So it's across the board.
It is, man. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities, and we'll see what we got out here today in volume, folks. Apple's the mover out here, up 320. You got GE up 20 cents. You got look at Tilray's is sticking its head up. That's up $1.17. I heard you talking about that on the air. DraftKings is up 227. You got GM up 97 cents. Hanes Brands, that's getting smoked. Look at this, man. I guess we're not buying T-shirts or whatever. What happened here? They come out with numbers. So this is down like 25%. Look at that move. So what happened? Let's see. What do they do? Business Review falls. They miss estimates. Okay, so they fell 11%. They were looking for 45 cents. Now the fourth quarter 25
That's for
to
the
30.
next quarter. Yeah. They're going to miss. Pretty big miss, man, in terms of, the revenue there, too. At 1.6, they were looking for 1.7. That's an extra $100 million they're not going to take in the next 90 days.
That's quite a number, man.
Some of these numbers, I know, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. So we get a question, Tom. Let's see. NIO or Tesla, which one will go up more from here?
Quick, go.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, let's go take a look at it. You get NIO. This has been on a one-way trip. 6 months ago, it was a $3 stock. Now it's $38. Look at this. Oh, my God. Okay, so let's see what this. Wow. That is something else, man. Holy cow. Now, this is the Chinese manufacturer, I believe. Yeah, the Shanghai. That's interesting.
Are they going to get called into President Xi's office just like Jack Ma over there? No?
As long as if they open their mouth, they will. Yeah.
They might. Yeah, exactly.
So this started 2 years ago, had no revenue. Now you're at $4.3 billion. Now that's going to be ADRs. Let me see. This is going to be yuan, I believe. It's hard to, let me see.
I'm not sure.
Then you're talking Tesla on the other side, right?
It might be in dollars, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go back to that. That's I wouldn't be buying NIO right now. I can tell you that. Not when you just went from $3 to 38, and you get.
It's a $52 billion market cap, man. That's a lot of market cap to grow into.
Yeah, 52 billion. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
big number. Dow Industrials are up 585. Nasdaq's up 273. S&Ps are up 78. Gold wants to break up 50. You're up 48 right now. Silver's up $1.17. King Dollar's down 628. Tommy and I come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 577, Nasdaq's up 265, S&Ps are up 78. And, yeah, that's quite a trip, Tom. Tom was just telling me, folks, okay, that NIO has the same market cap as General Motors, man.
Can you pull up the revenue for GM?
Yeah.
I was curious. I wasn't, but yeah, because it made me, I said to myself, 52 billion. So 51.2 is there, and you're talking about $120 billion to the top line. And they got strong earnings, man. They jumped to my head, and I'll jump to it because they had their earnings today, man, and they crushed it out of the park. How about net income surging 74% to $4.05 billion in the third quarter from just $2.3 billion during the same 3 months last year? That's like that alone. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. When these car companies make money, they really, because of the number of vehicles that they pump out, folks, okay, it is just astronomical numbers. And you can see it quite clearly right there. And
it's despite you. So it's a mixed one here. They beat expectations in a big way because that type of an earnings. But they said so. Despite U.S. sales declining 9.9% during the period, they increased that profit run there in a big way with the net income of 4.05 up from 2.35. Let's see, they repaid over $5 billion in revolving credit. I mean, it's just a strong quarter for them. Point being, strong quarter, billions in profit, and it's the same thing as NIO. Whew. But we saw it happen with Tesla. So.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
There's no doubt, man.
Yeah. That's kind of one of those situations. If you're investing for the long haul, you want to make sure your money doesn't disappear overnight.
Right.
Those NIO ones get a little dicey, but doesn't mean you can't have a small portion, because man, it just went up tenfold. So
yeah, and there's so many billions of people in China, and they get things done so quick. It's
agreed, and they have some big numbers in terms of the revenue they're already doing. That's the nice part of that too. It's not just a story. Yeah,
there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at we know Qualcomm blew away numbers. Let's go look at Apple for a second, because Apple, Skyworks wasn't moving much. Apple, for the type of 2 days that we just had, I'm not really impressed at what Apple's just done here. We went from 108 to 118. It's like, okay.
I just completely agree. Compared to the peers I usually jump through when I say, let's take a look at the FANG stocks maybe, or I jump through them myself, Apple is a little bit of a laggard. I mean, Microsoft is just like a rocket ship, man, from 200 to 222 in like no time here. We were just at 199 on Friday. We were just at 200 this week. So you're up more than 10% from where you were prior to the election. And a company like Microsoft, even Amazon, you were at 29.50 on Monday. You're almost $400 higher on Amazon right now. It's just crazy.
It's amazing. If we look at Microsoft, this is something you want to, so we're getting into the market itself wants to test the October 13th. We'll see if the S&P did it yet. And Microsoft, that's 226. The low of that is 220. This is the test, because you're not going to get. You can certainly get the. Yesterday we had 42 million. It might even do that today, but you're still coming against the downdraft of the 3rd of September, folks. That's how this thing shakes out. So it's going to be an exciting day. And of course, we haven't even talked about the aspect of numbers coming in. Suits getting filed, right? The whole ball of wax.
I know. I think what do we get? Noon we get a Nevada update, and we're getting Georgia updates probably even if we're on there. I'm not sure, but the Nevada one's the one that I'm looking forward to next, man, because I think that's 8,000 votes right now that they're dealing with in terms of the lead Biden has over Trump in Nevada, and they're going to get an announcement at noon around there.
All right.
Yeah.
So bottom line is that. We're going to get the announcements. That being said, you can see the market's already made up its mind, man. That's my take on it. The market's already made up its mind. It's going to be gridlock. The notes and bonds said it all. It's going to be interesting to see with the dollar going downtown here.
There were huge moves in the currencies overnight, right? How about that?
Right. And it's actually counterintuitive because, one of the tigers in the den was talking about that thought the gold move was the aspect of the, European markets putting so much money into their economy because they're shutting down their economy again. And that very well could be it, okay? Where where you get divergence there, it's like, man, okay, so that's what they're doing. And the euro's going up, which fundamentally doesn't make any sense. It would if, in fact, then all of a sudden we're going to get a stimulus package too. Like Kevin Hinks he's on the side we think we're going to get it. I'm really not on the side that I think we're going to get a package here, man. But we'll see. I hope we do. That's the bottom line. I'm having a hard time figuring out how that Trump is going to move from suing in every city, saying that the whole thing's fake, to a package. You know what I mean? That's a hard place to go. So.
Can you imagine the negotiations between President Trump and Nancy Pelosi before Biden takes off? This is just market situations, folks. Be real with yourself and try and disassociate from those biases. Very difficult outside of whenever the next president is in, how this ends up. I see anything substantial getting done. Because like you mentioned, I would agree. You were very far apart. Of course, like any negotiation, right? You're close, but they weren't close enough, not even close. And you're going to recalibrate, when negotiations start over, because each side had given. You say, we're back to the starting block. That's it. And they are back to the starting block. It's a whole new world, man, whatever we find out, for sure.
Yeah, they definitely are. There's no doubt about that. Let's go take a look at the NQs out here, because what we're going to see, what we got yesterday, folks, is that bottom line, monster expansion on the way up. Got another one this morning. That being said, now, right at the open, we got a little downdraft there. That wants to be tested. That's the 11,000, 972. And right now you're 12,038. And we'll see how this test comes in, man. It looks like it's going to go after it right now. Because you can certainly see, folks, okay, we had the expansion of, of price. But guess what? That's all night long. That could be, a couple good banks up there ramping it up in a monster way to basically let loose a few shares. There's no doubt there. So,
and then we get the Fed at 2:00, and then we get non-farm payrolls, which should be a big number tomorrow, man. Weekly jobless claims this morning at 8:30, right? Still dealing with a number of about 750,000. Let's touch on that real quick as we end this, all right? Because what was interesting there especially is that you have the shift going on. Weekly jobless claims, headline number 751,000. 758 was the week prior. The market was looking for about 741. Now, continuing claims declined by 538,000 to 7.3 million. Okay, however, part of the reason for that was continued migration from those losing benefits into the pandemic emergency unemployment assistance, which saw it increase by 277,000 to almost 4 million. So we got 7.3 million on continuing claims, that number dropping, and we got 4 million now on the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Assistance Program. That number rising still.
So you really got to, there's two different programs you really got to put together there, right? Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. And you're losing the benefit. People are falling off continuing claims because they're running out of those claims, right? In a lot of states.
That time's up. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, he's gonna sneeze.
Sorry.
I can tell.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 609, Nasdaq's up 279, S&Ps are up 81. Zynga, ZNGA. So we had got a call about this yesterday also. This was going topside yesterday. Bottom line, you had an ABC structure on the way up. They, I believe they come out with numbers, and this thing gapped down from 990 to 890. And you got to be careful with this now, because the bottom line is that you get the gap down, you get volume behind the move. Let me just see this.
They came out with the numbers last night after the bell.
Okay, yeah. So I'd be careful, because this can back down into this 859 pretty quickly. You're at 882. The positive is that you are going to still have a higher high with volume. Your negative is that, of course, it's not holding price, you know. And what you're going to want to see, if you're already in this for the ABC structure, what you're going to want to see tomorrow, I would want a lower low with a rejection of lower price at 882. So you know that the selling's done. That's how these kind of shake out, man. So So 10 in the morning. Is it 10? What time is it? 10 in the, 11 in the morning. Okay, 11 in the morning. We're ready to rock and roll, Tom. You know.
You better be. This market's rocking and rolling, man.
There's no doubt. And what you got yesterday, folks, okay, you know, the indices had volume. You got a higher high today. The real question is that do you hold price today? And I suspect what you are going to get out here today is you're going to get a contraction of volume. So these highs, you know, we'll see whether they can hold the price up at these levels, or in fact, you know, do we start talking stimulus again? Do we start talking COVID again? Do we start? I mean, the reality is that Europe's already locking down. So
yeah, listen, be safe out there. All right, whatever happens in the election, folks, wear a mask, social distance. 100,000 cases. You know, we're taking like a couple of days off of talking about this pandemic, but it is happening, man. So it'll help the economy. It'll help everybody. Get it done.
Big time.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. We're going to Think of Swim coming up next. And I'm in Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave. Wait, I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.